So Little Men, which is the new film by Ira Sachs, who made Love is Strange. Greg Kinnear is Brian, Jennifer L is Kathy. They've been living in Manhattan. He's an actor. He's very, very down in his luck. His father dies and leaves him his Brooklyn apartment. So he moves his family to the Brooklyn apartment and then discovers that he has inherited a shop that is being rented out to Paulina Garcia's Leonore. She has been paying what is now below the market rent because she said that she had a very, very good understanding with his father. But he has a sister who says, no, now we need the money. We're going to have to... So there is a tension which starts to build up between them, between the adults, whilst meanwhile, the children of these two separate families are starting to become close friends. Here's a clip.
You know, Brian and I wanted to have a talk with you about some things anyway, so maybe now's a good time.
Oh, thank you, but I have to go back and finish some stuff at the office.
Well, we just wanted a minute of your time, if that's okay. Right, Brian?
I have to go back, but thanks.
You know, Leonore, ever since my father died, just so much has happened. You and I haven't really had a chance to talk about the store and all that stuff. And maybe we could just have a chat this week.
Oh, I'm sorry, but this week is not good for me. I'm doing inventory, so...
Next week?
Could be.
Thursday, I have rehearsal. We're going to get out of rehearsal early. I could come by early evening.
Sure.
So tension starts to grow between the adult characters, while meanwhile the two young boys, the two sons, start to become closer and closer. And there's a point in which one of them says, you know, our parents are involved in a business dispute and it's getting ugly, and therefore they're taking it out on us. And what the film then becomes about is about the relationship between these two young men, the little men, I suppose, to some extent of the title. That also refers to the fact that everybody is somebody's son, everybody's somebody's daughter. And the way in which their relationship is developing and the way in which the fractious stuff which is happening between the grown-ups. And it works on a number of levels. On one hand, it's a kind of socio-economic parable about wealth clashing with poverty, or about privileged entitlement clashing with the lack of privilege. It's also a film about the strange pressures that families put upon each other and the way in which families have secrets and lies. What a brilliant title for a film. The way in which they have those sort of hidden things that come out, you know, sideways during conversations. But actually, the thing it was most touchingly for me was it was kind of like a love story about these two boys who completely click and understand each other's company and start to come alive in each other's company. And there's this sort of wonderful scenes of them, one of them's on a scooter, one of them's on rollerblades, you know, going through the city, and there's this sort of lovely sort of rising note musical theme which sort of suggests hope and freedom and escape in a way that to some extent reminded me of Breaking Away, you know, the cycling movie, which I always really, really loved. And it's really clever that what the film does is you think there are going to be a number of big revelations, but it's not that film, and it constantly shies away from them. What it does is it sort of gestures towards underlying tensions and themes, and then it in a very natural way, it lets them lie and lets them stay there and lets the audience make what they will of them. It's also very, very even-handed in all its characters, that it's not that there is, you know, that the dad is bad and the mum is good, and that this kid is strong and this kid is less strong. None of that stuff happens at all, because what happens is they're all intertwined in ways that are terribly realistic and terribly natural and completely believable. And I'm going to say something now which for me is a real praise, but you're going to take it completely the wrong way, okay?
I don't think I conform to these obvious lines of behavior.
It reminded me of Jeremy, which is a film that I love to pieces. And there were moments in it when there was this thing about the bond between two young characters and the fact that their parents are then doing something else that is tearing them apart. The way in which it had a sort of streetwise, loose-limbed feel, the fact that it managed to capture the sort of youthful essence of the young men's relationship, the texture of it, the texture of the drama. And believe me, I don't compare films to Jeremy lightly. And
I was quite interested
what?
until you said that.
Until you said Jeremy. That's why I said.
Does it have a really badly sung
No, it doesn't.
soundtrack?
No, it doesn't. But I think they'd make an interesting double bill, although they're very, very different films. But just take it from me that when I say that, that's a positive endorsement.
Even if it might not be construed as such.
No, that's why I said very clearly, you'll take this the wrong way, but I mean it as a compliment.
You were quite right.
There we go. What I love was the fact that you said, I won't take it the wrong way, but then you did.
Yes.
You know, it's that thing, isn't it? When somebody says, can I say something? Oh, what is it? You won't take this the wrong way, will you? No. And then you say it, and they go, well, how do? Actually, usually it's me. I do that all the time. I do that all the time.